So you and this dirty bitch was fucking, and all of a sudden she tells you she wants to be friends. She don't see a romantic connection. I will tell you exactly why that happened and what you could do to fix it. Now, two things could have happened. It could be just one or two things. Number one is you are showing a lot of weakness. Damn, I'm hitting the middle finger. Showing a lot of weakness in the forms of over texting, over calling, over pursuing. That's the first reason. And the second reason is it is a test. She's just testing you because you were showing weakness or you did something that really upset her or made her feel like you don't care. When a woman tells you she's trying to be friends with you and not want to do nothing romantic, a bitch ass nigga's reply would be like, oh yeah, sure, sure, sure. Don't ever, ever, ever do that. The one thing you want to do when a woman tells you you should be friends with her is simple. You walk away. You tell her and repeat after me verbatim. You can be like, I I like you more than a friend. And unfortunately, I respect myself too much to accept things I'm not fully interested in like that. Something like that. And you can say, when you change your mind, feel free to give me a call. That gives her permission to call you when her feelings change. Because it's not that she don't like you. The issue is she likes you, it's just you're weak and you've not held a masculine frame in any way, shape, or form. If you got a relationship with a woman, like not relationship, like if you're talking to a woman and you call more than 20% of the time, that's too much. That's too much. Ideally, you should be leaving her the fuck alone. Because that's how a woman falls in love with you. In in her mind, when you leave her alone. When there's space, that's where the love comes in. Because a woman's fairy tale is the challenge of chasing you. And that's what you really got to understand. This camera make my face look way too fat. Damn, I'm not this fat in real life. I can't be. Hell no. I'm sexier than this. Fuck. Yeah, so you really gotta remember that. That's the biggest thing I've learned all these years after losing so many women I thought were like 10 out of 10 straight from heaven. I got no advice on how to pick up dirty, ugly bitches because I don't be in that. I'm not in that field, if you feel what I'm saying. And don't get me wrong, these bitches ain't to blame alone. You dirty dudes who pay for OnlyFans, may the Lord I serve strike you down. Stop paying for OnlyFans. It's gross. It's gross. I digress. But yeah, the reason why she's trying to friend zone you is because you've shown weakness. You need to back up. You need to stop calling as much. You need to stop texting as much. If she initiates contact, respond to it. You're like, hey, shit, you know? But she has to be the one chasing you. If a woman is too busy a woman will never ever leave you if she's too busy chasing you. That is her story, that's her journey. Don't take that away from her by texting her or calling her. 20% of the time, you're calling and texting. 80% of the time, she's doing it. And you should be setting up dates a long time away so she has space and time to miss you. That's what you gotta do. If a woman says, hey, we should be friends, you have two options. Just buy a pickle from a convenience store, put some habanero on it, dip it in her ass, and then dip it in her private parts, and then dip it in her ass again, and then dip it in her mouth. Dip it in her mouth till the police come get you, and then you run, and then you run. And don't say I gave you that advice. You could do that, or you could tell her, hey, I respect myself too much to hang around being your friend when I know I want you. Feel free to reach out if you change your mind. That's the magic. You gave her permission to reach out. So when she thinks about you, she will reach out. Because that time away is how women fall in love. That's the secret. If you like my advice, send me $100,000. Don't show me no fake love. I love you, nigga. No gay shit, no weird shit, nothing but love. Get that bitch and stick some pickles in her ass.